Alright, so who wants to lead in the reset? Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, ready?
You might as well do something.
Other than lose.
Okay, fantastic. Can I start this?
And it's St. Cloud.
St. Cloud. I'm saying St. Cloud.
I know.
I'm worried.
Stupid idiot.
At one point I was worried to say Cloud Falls or something like that. So, okay, ready? Hey guys, and welcome to the WWE No Mercy post show. We're going to talk a little bit about what happened during the action-packed second SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view. SmackDown hit it out of the park yet again. Extremely impressed. We're going to go through the card. We had a couple of match changes. A couple things went down. So we'll go through all of that. We started the show. Broke news a couple hours before the pay-per-view even went off with the WWE World Championship match. Triple threat match between AJ Styles, John Cena, and Dean Ambrose, with AJ Styles retaining his WWE Championship despite some controversy there.
Yeah, at one point, AJ was locked in a submission move from both John Cena and Dean Ambrose and tapped to both of them. The ref let AJ tap.
Mike Chioda calling the match right then and there.
But then was like, both of you made him tap, so we're keeping the match going. And eventually AJ did end up winning.
Yeah.
I liked the ending. It kind of led to some confusion, and it introduced a rule that I was not aware of. So it's kind of like, oh, what's going on here? A little bit of confusion. Match kept rolling on as a triple threat. Then AJ got the win.
AJ got
with a chair.
The win with 2 chair shots to John Cena to retain the WWE World Championship. I believe after that, we had Nikki and Carmella.
Yeah.
Nikki Bella successfully getting revenge on Carmella with a win after the fireman's carry into a diamond cutter.
Yeah.
Great finishing maneuver there. Of course, great to see Nikki Bella get a win there.
Yeah.
It wasn't surprising. It's just kind of the perfect storm of stuff with Total Bellas starting up. They got to give her the win. Carmella could not get one person to stand out of the crowd.
She's having a very hard time getting over. She's trying to do the moonwalk to get over. I think they really made a terrible mistake
splitting her from
Enzo and Cass.
Yeah.
She was a great, Enzo, phenomenal mouthpiece for the two of them, but Carmella just added that she was a part of that stable, and that could have helped slingshot her to be a great, if she wanted to be a women's wrestler, that was the way was the way to get her into that scene. Do some mixed tag matches with the Club and Dana Brooke. A lot of potential that they could have had there with 6-person tag matches.
Yeah.
But Nikki Bella gets the win over Carmella. After that, did we have we
went to the tag match.
The tag team match between Heath Slater and Rhino and the Usos. Heath Slater and Rhino retaining over the Usos. The Usos, in my opinion, still red hot. Was very surprised to see the champions retaining there.
I wasn't surprised at all. I know they've got. Of course, I got that one right. You two lost.
Carry on.
That one. I'm not surprised that they won. They'll keep that going for probably another month. We do know Rhino is going to have to take up political office in November, early December. So we're probably going to see them drop the straps to the Usos most likely at Survivor Series. That's my call. If they don't do it on a SmackDown earlier than that, if they don't try and push the Usos versus American Alpha, because that's the only other tag team.
Because it's about time. You'll see the belts transition to the Usos. Heath Slater and Rhino won't be able to get it back, and I think you'll see the Rhino heel turn then.
Yeah.
And then you'll see American Alpha go after the Usos for the tag team championships down the line, because that story's been building, cooking, simmering.
Yeah.
And then for championship gold, adds that little bit of personal feud to it. Long awaited. They've been building it, cooking it nights and long, which is what we've seen at SmackDown over the last couple months. We've seen feuds actually building organically, stories being told.
Yeah.
And you'll see it, we'll bring it up again later on in the post-show video.
Yep.
But it's one thing SmackDown has done extremely well versus Raw, the A-show.
Yeah.
I think after that we had Baron Corbin versus Jack Swagger in a match that was added to the main card. It was supposed to be on the kickoff show, but Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss was actually scrapped due to Becky Lynch getting an injury not sustained during in-ring performance, but we'll talk about that later on. We'll talk about Alexa Bliss later on. But Baron Corbin versus Jack Swagger. Baron Corbin picking up, in my opinion, a very big win against Jack Swagger, who came over from Raw.
he got an intelligent win, I found. He targeted the hands right from the get-go, so Jack Swagger couldn't apply an ankle lock, or the Patriots lock, I guess they call it. I like that. It shows depth. He's this big guy, lone wolf, but an intelligent win.
Knows how to work apart.
Yeah, worked apart, won intelligently. It was great. Baron Corbin just should ride a wave right to the top and face AJ next.
Brad, anything to say on the match, Baron Corbin versus Jack Swagger there?
No. I called that one. Yeah, I think it was because Swagger got the kind of controversial win on SmackDown on Tuesday with the weird tap out. So I was expecting Baron going for blood. And he got it. So I think this is probably going to be a good feud. That's probably going to go for a little while.
I think you may see a rematch Tuesday night on SmackDown between Baron Corbin and Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
Maybe a stipulation involved in that. I think after that, we had the Intercontinental Championship match with a lot on the line. The Miz defending his almost 200-day reign versus the career of Dolph Ziggler on the line in that match. And we called it the match of the night before the card.
Yeah.
After having watched the show, the match obviously happened. Phenomenal match, but we'll pick match of the night once we've talked about everything. Dolph Ziggler staying in the company after gaining the Intercontinental Championship over The Miz after a lot of outside interference.
Yeah.
We'll say Dolph Ziggler resilient.
Yep. No, he definitely survived some waves. You called it. You booked it best in the sense that Maurice and then even the Spirit Squad showed up, and then they tossed them all from ringside, got rid of them all, and then Dolph was able to pull off a victory and ultimately stay in the business and is now the Intercontinental Champion. So it's pretty neat to see Dolph actually win something.
Yeah. It was nice because I only started watching wrestling again 2 years ago, and Dolph was the first guy that I kind of gravitated to when I came back. And he really didn't do a lot. He was losing. Yeah. He was in that weird Rusev Lana thing that they.
Yeah, it's true.
A storyline that we complain we wish there was more storylines,
but that
was
blown out.
Bad storyline.
They blew it out. Rusev and Lana did.
But yeah, it was nice to see him win. It was a little iffy when making predictions, where it was just
that was in my opinion the toughest match to call.
Yeah, you hear so many rumors about him wanting to do stand-up comedy, or that he wants to be a manager backstage or something. And there was just so much stuff going around this week, so it was good to see him win. I'm glad he'll be around for a little while. Now can't see it happening for a while, but maybe try and see if we can get him into the World Championship title.
Hard to say if that will ever happen, Brad.
Yeah,
but I know. It's aiming high.
I can hope.
Boy can dream.
That's right.
Boy can dream, yeah. After that, I believe we had Alexa Bliss coming out. Alexa Bliss came out making everyone aware of what had kind of happened, confirming that Becky Lynch had sustained some type of injury.
Out-of-ring injury.
Out-of-ring, not during in-ring performance, sustained an injury. Unfortunately, having to cancel Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Naomi would interrupt Alexa Bliss, leading to a one-on-one match that would actually see Naomi going over Alexa Bliss after countering a submission maneuver into a pin. Very bizarre situation there to have Naomi beat the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship, but maybe this means Naomi has a title shot.
It might. See, they were just replaying it there just a couple minutes ago on TV, and I almost feel like Naomi was really trying to keep her shoulders on the mat. It looked like maybe she was supposed to kick out of it, but Naomi was just holding her there.
Naomi took the win.
Yeah.
Very interesting call out there. We'll have to go back and watch that a little bit later on.
I get the feeling that they seem to, when a match gets scrapped, something comes up and they scrap a match, whatever the result was supposed to be stays that way. It happened with Backlash, Randy gets hurt, They pull him out of the match. They toss Kane in. Kane wins. So I would have said Randy was going to win that match that night. So same with the Alexa Bliss. Like, I think she was going to take a loss tonight. Mm-hmm. So they give Alexa Bliss the loss anyway. So it's a good way to build Naomi a little bit, and Alexa was going to have a loss regardless,
I suppose.
So they give her the loss
for her.
Yeah. If anything, it gets some eyes on Naomi, and people start saying, "Hey, like, no, Naomi should be in the title hunt." You know, then they can push it a little bit.
To wrap up the card, a surprising decision. The main event was Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton, and a feud that's been being built over the last few months now, because they were supposed to originally have their match at Backlash that got postponed because Randy was still fighting off concussion-based syndromes after the match with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. But they finally had their match tonight after what was very interesting mind games leading up to the actual meeting between the two. We've seen a lot of production-based trickery, some stuff behind the scenes, some found footage things that were going on. While at the time seemed silly, seemed foolish, watching the match and all the vignettes leading up to the match, we kind of had an epiphany that this is what we want to. Anyway, for me, this is what I want to see. This is the things that. This is a lot of bit of what I've kind of been talking about as far as what the WWE product needs to kind of morph into is a more fictional-based, character-driven, entertainment product. And so by seeing these obviously unreal, not real, segments and vignettes with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, we finally get the magic to occur. And I didn't know who was going to win. I couldn't tell because the mind game stuff was going, while silly, was very back and forth, very even. And so going into the match, I didn't know who to call. I made Bray Wyatt the call because I thought he should win.
Bray Wyatt needed a win. He needed a win. He got the win thanks to soon-to-be GOAT Luke Harper.
Yeah.
Luke Harper making his return.
Yeah. When
necessary.
When I was making my predictions, this is the one that I said that I hope I was wrong on. Even though it cost me an undisputed title reign tonight, but I'm glad that Bray won tonight. Like everybody said, he needed the win. He deserved the win. So,
and better yet, on top of a Bray Wyatt win, we have Luke Harper returning. A lot of people don't really, I think, appreciate Luke Harper for his in-ring ability. He's a big man who's fast. He's agile.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of potential. He had the Baron Corbin level of potential that Baron Corbin has now, but he had it 3 years ago. And that says something. I think Luke Harper is going to be huge on SmackDown. And to see him be kind of interjected into what was the main event slot for the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view, I think you'll see him do great things. I think you'll see maybe this is the turn that Bray Wyatt needs. Bray Wyatt has the best member of the Wyatt family back. I think this says great things about what's going to happen with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It was, you needed something to breathe some life into the
staleness.
The stale, like the husk that is Bray Wyatt. And to do that, you gave him a win, and you gave him Luke Harper, and I think everybody loves Luke Harper.
I agree.
So, just, it was excellent.
So I think what we'll do now, we'll each pick a match of the night, talk about it a little bit, say it was wire match of the night. We'll rate the pay-per-view.
I don't know if we have to individually say match of the night.
Yeah,
I think it's
pretty unanimous that it was
unanimous decision.
The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler and The Miz over the last couple of months have built an incredible story that, while I know I feared it was going to be stale because we've seen it a million times, they built an incredible emotional story driven with in-ring performance, not only during wrestling matches but during promo segments, and they left it all on the line at Backlash. They left it all on the line on SmackDown in their rematch, and they left it all on the line here at WWE No Mercy in phenomenal fashion.
Yeah.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that.
Yeah, definitely. It sums up well.
If I had to say who's winning the brand wars right now, to me it's extremely clear.
Yeah.
SmackDown with another home run with WWE No Mercy. How did you guys feel overall if you had to sum it up about the pay-per-view?
And unlike
Clash of
Champions pushed past the 3-hour mark. Once again, SmackDown
open time format.
Helped
it two and a half hours. Whether that is structured, whether it's set up to be 2.5 hours or whether they're like keep it under 3 with the card that they have, or whatever they're doing as far as the time segment to go, is phenomenal, and it works so well for them. The NXT time structure model works so well for SmackDown. It's great to see.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how did you guys feel about WWE No Mercy tonight?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was
Another great turnout for SmackDown.
Yeah. Another great turnout for SmackDown. They keep rolling on. Raw's got more wrestlers. They got a bigger roster, but it just seems they're walking aimlessly through the desert, trying to piece things together week after week. Not sure where they're going, and SmackDown seems to be a more old school wrestling storytelling place.
Couldn't agree more. Wrap up the post show, suppose.
Yep.
If you're with us live in the chat, make sure you stick around. And if you're not, you're watching this video, make sure to join us every WWE pay-per-view right here on Never Over, where we have a 7 p.m. Eastern pre-show starting 1 hour prior to every WWE pay-per-view. You can join us live in the chat, just like we're doing right now, interacting with them. So if you're with us live, keep it locked right here. If you're joining us on demand, make sure that you join us every WWE pay-per-view Sunday. We'll be right here every week with WWE 2K16 simulation happening on the Wednesday before the pay-per-view, and then you'll be able to watch our pre-show where we discuss predictions, talk about what's going to happen during the card, and then join us live for the entire pay-per-view, where you can join us for results, reaction, commentary, and of course the post-show that you're watching right now. So thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, let us know what you thought of WWE No Mercy. Hit that sub button. If you're live with us, stick right there. We'll answer a couple questions, but ultimately, we'll see you next time.